And we are back to the channel where we talk about everything US markets, US headlines. It's an educational channel where we make it fun. Talking and learning about the markets can be fun and interesting. My name is James. Welcome back. If it's your first time here, greetings and welcome. We're going to talk about, for example, the headlines, which are some of them. We're going to talk about oil, for one thing. We're also going to talk about, for example, Nike. Nike is another one that we're going to talk about. So why would you watch this channel? What's in this for you? Well, on this channel, you're going to get to see some of the headlines, the news headlines, so that you don't have to spend your time doing it. You're also going to get a chance to see us break down some of the news headlines on TradingView. We're going to get into some of the chart patterns. We're going to get into some of the indicators. We're going to get into some of the earnings and some of the profits, revenues, and stuff like that. So that being said, welcome. Again, my name is James. I'm from the US. I'm from the Midwest, and there wasn't a whole lot going on in the Midwest regarding the markets, except the only thing going on there was farming and sports, and I wasn't good at either one of those. So I had to learn a lot of it on my own. I had an affinity for the numbers, and so my affinity for the numbers got me into engineering. And engineering, well, it's a lot of charts, it's a lot of numbers, it's a lot of data and analyzing, finding out what the numbers mean, what the charts mean, that kind of thing. And that's also what basically a lot of what the markets are about. So I've been looking at the markets for over 9 years now, and it's been an interesting ride, and there's always a chance to learn something new. And again, we're going to show you some of the patterns, the indicators, earnings, and things like that. And if you have a company that you would like to look at on TradingView, feel free to drop it in the comments, and we'll take a look at it for you. So having said that, let's go through a couple of the headlines with you. Some of those are, like I said, Nike, one of the most oversold stocks right now. Also, one of the most oversold companies right now. And also we'll talk about Oracle as well. Oracle fired up to 30,000 workers via email after a 95% profit surge. And the tech companies are cutting almost 1,000 jobs a day. And that's on, again, this is an article I got here. But yeah, so we'll take a look at Oracle. We're also going to take a look at oil. For example, right now, let me refresh this. Oil is, right now, Western crude, basically it's up 1.2% to 112.96. Brent is up to 109.16. We're also going to talk about how oil and the metals are also related right here. So if you're a gold bug or a silver bug, you have a question about that, feel free to ask. Right now, gold is sitting at 4675, and it's actually down 0.05%. Also, if you're looking at silver, it's sitting at 72.64, down 0.26. Yes, so there's that. Also, we'll also take a look at Tesla, because Tesla is looking to become one of Japan's top car spots by 2027. Top imported car spots by 2027 in Japan, to expand stores, service networks, to expand 60 stores and 30 service centers in Japan as well. We'll also take a look here at one of the Blue Owl. Blue Owl is a basically told investors on Thursday it's limiting withdrawals from 2 of its funds after a historic level of redemption. A request came from the first quarter with AI-related worries driving an investor exodus from its technology-focused fund. Blue Owl is a private credit firm, and it's been feeling strain from the market's recent downturn, prompting some investors to pull back from these investments. So that's Blue Owl. We'll also take a look here at Ford and GM. Why Ford? Josh, greetings, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for the likes. Yes, Josh, good morning and greetings. Welcome to the channel. Yes, if you have a ticker or any questions about the companies, feel free to ask, and thank you very much. Ford, we'll take a look at Ford because Ford's new sales fell 8.89% in Q1. Also, GM's Q1 sales actually dropped 9.7% as well. We'll take a look at them. Again, AT&T just signed a deal worth $2 billion. That's another one we'll look into. And if you're wondering how the fuel prices right now are affecting things, Let's see. JP Morgan said Tesla's going to go down, and they hold a lot of Tesla. Yes, Josh. Good point on that. Good point. I just got that article. Where is it? Dun. I saw that. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, here's the article for you, Josh. JP Morgan is warning Tesla stock may crash 60%, and I'm a hold, and I hold a lot of Tesla. Got it. I'll tell you what, Josh, we'll do that right now. We'll take a look at Tesla for you, okay? Thank you for the likes. We'll keep going here. Dun. So here's Tesla. Well, I don't know. Basically, for example, that's why I'm showing you here. If you go here to Yahoo Finance, it's right off of the page of Yahoo. So I don't think it's fake at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. So again, here's the article right behind me. If you can see that. Why JP Morgan is warning is looking for Tesla stock to lose a good amount of. Yeah, JP Morgan is looking for Tesla stock to lose a good amount of its change, with expectations for Tesla performance having collapsed. We advise investors cautiously approach this expectation within the context of both execution risk and time and value. Again, there's the article. You can look it up, and you can decide for yourself if it's fake or not. But very good question. Let's do that. Let's take a look at it here. Tesla. Right now, let me update this. Okay. Here we go. TSL. Right here. Okay. Here's taking a look at Tesla. I'm holding, not folding. Good attitude, Josh. Whatever. Let's see. It's your strategy, and you know what to do with it. I like your confidence. Here we go. Okay. Right now, let me pull back here. Okay. I want to show you this. Just for those of you who are just joining us and are starting out, I'm going to introduce a couple indicators. One is the RSI. Here's your relative strength index. That's your 70 line. And your 30 line, this is the oversold line right here. Boom. 70 and 30 line. Again, these are just guides. How do you use them? Well, 70 is generally thought of as getting pretty high, and it might market correct and come down. 30 is generally thought of as pretty low. It might actually rebound and come back up. But again, they can be overbought or oversold for a long time before they ever change. So bear that in mind. And I wanted to show you this while we're looking at it right here. Look at the RSI for Tesla. It's going down very gradually, very slowly. And look how the RSI is reacting. It's going down very gradually, very slowly as well. You don't see, it's not very alarming, but it is going down. Also look at the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. I just want to introduce you to that. Basically, to summarize in brief, when the blue MACD line crosses the red signal line right there, you're going to have going up. It's going up. You're going to have the price chart go up. Now, when the MACD line crosses the red signal line going down, you're going to have this right here go down right there. So again, that's super simplistic. It's a lot more complicated than that, of course, but that's the idea. And so if you want more information on either one of these indicators, feel free to ask, no problem. And Josh, getting back to your question here about Tesla, let's take a more closer look at it. Right here, Tesla RSI is sitting right here at about 40. Again, that's not neutral, but it's still not oversold yet at all. And right here, for example, I want you to notice the MACD is running pretty parallel right there. And right here, yes, you do see right here, it's at 362, a little bit of correction right here, but still no big drops yet. But yeah, I saw the article as well. Now just let's take a couple look at here at some of these chart patterns. For example, right over here, here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder right there, neckline, and that's your head and shoulders. Again, I don't make the names for these, but that's what it's called. So there's your head and shoulders, and right over here, let's see. Again, if you're just jumping on the channel and you wonder what you walked into, this is everything US news updates, and we're giving some updates about Tesla right now because they're in the news. We just saw the article about from JP Morgan warning about a Tesla crash, so we're looking at Tesla right now. And then here, let me give you some other ones right here. here's another, for example, there's that, there's the left, there's the right, there's the drop. Now let's take a closer look right over here. Again, right here. If you look right at these chart patterns, for example, here they both come down to the same place right here. There's your double bottom, and then there's your neckline, and there's your bounce out right there. Here we go, right over here. And if you zoom, here we go, zoom out of that, you can kind of see here's your reverse. And there we go, and this bounces up like that. You can see that. Yeah, and if you want more chart patterns, just feel free to ask, but that's just a couple to get you started right there. And let me go back over here to today, and I'll show you the fundamentals right now. So Josh, here come the fundamentals. If you're looking at it right now, you can see there's not a lot of price action, but there is a lot of trade volume at the moment. Volume, let me see this right here, volume. Yeah, for example, yeah, there's, hold on 1 second, let me refresh this. Okay, oh wait, hold on, why did it change? Here we go. Yeah, so here we go, back over here. Okay, so for example, as you see right here, the trade volume is at 8.1 million, market cap is at 1.35 trillion. Josh Grand, no problem, thank you. And if you want more information, just feel free to reach out. Okay. For example, is this option to, are you trading? Oh no, held ED. For example, this is just an educational channel. We're just giving you some information on the headlines and looking at different ways to use TradingView. Yeah, so again, this is an educational channel, not, yeah, I see volume. Yeah, for example, a lot of times when there is more price action, you will see more volume, and when there is less price action, you'll see less volume. That's just a very basic, simplistic idea. But again, if you want more on that, feel free to reach out and contact me. Looks like held ED. Again, just sharing some information here. How do I get my money back after I got? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, nice. So you go over concepts. Basically, yeah, some of the basic ones. And if you have more integrated questions, if you have more specific questions, you can feel free to ask those. Just send me a message. But yeah, this is just the kind of the basics right now. Yeah, just an educational. Good question, held ED. That's why I say, yeah. Good. Got it. Okay, so that's Tesla. Again, we're looking at them because we had a Josh, yes, good vibes. Feel free to reach out anytime. Okay, but you see what? Okay, cool. Yes, held AD. Thanks for the comments. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions, and good luck. Let's see, I'm heading to the office. Yeah, good luck at work, everyone. Bye. Mega Epic Gaming Guy. ONDS. Yeah, actually, let's take a look at that one. Okay. ONDS. We'll take a look at that. If you have other tickers, also held ED. If you have a ticker, just put the ticker symbol in the comments. I'll look at it for you as well. There's order blocks and if you really work. For example, okay, let's take a look right here. Just finish up Tesla and then I'll go into ONDS. And again, T-Shar Molf, feel free to reach out and message me on that one, okay? I'll get back to you on that. Right here, volume is at 8.22 million. Market cap is at 1.35 trillion. And let's go here to earnings. Again, you guys can either send me an email or you can also send me a WhatsApp. There's my information right behind me if you want, for more specific, detailed questions than what I'm going over right now. This is just some of the basics, etc. Greetings, everyone. Thanks, Josh. And okay, so right now, quarterly, if you're looking at Tesla, Q4 Q3, and Q2. Again, I don't mean to bore you if you're more advanced, but if you're just jumping on, the blue part is what was actually recorded. That's the recorded earnings, and the gray part was what was actually expected. So when the company, who cares about earnings, right? Why are we looking at this? Well, when the company beats its expectations, that's one part of the puzzle of how strong or full of vitality the company is. When the company beats its earnings expectations, it looks very strong and full of life. That's just one of the parts. But there's, for example, also going to look at revenue, profits, and income as well. But this, for example, is just one of the parts that can tell you something about the company. So Q4 beat its expectations for the quarter. Again, there's quarterly and there's annually. Quarterly, again, it's just very short, but annually is usually what you're looking at because it's more long term. Q3 missed it, and Q2 equaled it, but Q4 beat it. Now annually, if you look at annually 2025 for the year, Tesla just equaled it. 2024 it missed it, and 2023 it beat it. So to summarize, last 3 years for Tesla, Josh, since you were asking about this one, 2023 and 2025 beat their yearly expectations, but 2024 missed it. Now what we're going to do is see how that correlates over to the revenue, profits, and incomes. Hello, $336 profit today. And got it. Okay. Mirza, got your message. Let's see. Cool. Good. Let me know if you have a publicly traded ticker you want me to look up, or if there's something else. Feel free to drop it in the comments. And yeah. Okay. So here we are, 2025, as you can see, even though it beat the earnings expectations, 2025, wow, revenue, profit, income was all negative, all red. You can see that behind me. Maybe my big head is in the way, I'm not sure. But 2024, as you can see for Tesla, again, it was very bad. The only thing that was good was the total revenue. And 2023, again, gross profit, operating income was negative, but they had good total revenue and good net income. Again, if you're looking at Tesla, that's just a couple of the things I can share with you. If you want more on that, feel free to send me a message. Also, if you would like an indicator that tells more about some of the bearish and bullish signals, MACD, RSI, and also time frame alignment, as well as volume weighted average price, feel free to let me know. I can give you this one. It has a lot more analysis on it, but now let's go over here to back here. So that was Tesla. Now someone asked me about this one right here. NVDA, Ondas. Yes, here we go. Let's see. Will's 35. Thanks for the nice comment. This is an educational channel where I break down a lot of the things that are in the news and the headlines, so that you don't have to spend your time doing it. And then we look at some of the companies that are in the news and the headlines, and we look at some of their story here on TradingView. But yeah, that's what this is all about. If that's something you enjoy, if you're getting value out of this, feel free to give it a like, a comment, a share, whatever. I hear that it's good for the algorithm. And again, there's certain things I can talk about on the live stream, and there's certain things I cannot, because it is an educational channel. So the algorithm will pick up on certain things if I talk about, my thoughts or suggestions about something. So having said that, yeah, let's go on here. This is Ondas. I got a question about this one. Engages in the development, marketing, and sale of wireless radio systems for secure, wide area, mission critical business-to-business networks. So let's take a look here. Right now, we talked about the RSI already. RSI is sitting here at about 47. As you can see, very, very neutral. It just actually rebounded from sitting at 35 right down there. You can see right behind me where it is right now. And again, that's the relative strength index right there. It's also rebounding on the price chart, sitting here at 9.67 right there. And if my big head is in the way, I'm sorry about that. And here we go. If you want an example of consolidation or continuation, here we can take a look at this for you. Right here, you see the RSI is right there, right around 50. And you see how right here, it looks like there's an invisible ceiling and invisible floor right there. You see this resistance and support right there. That's basically what you call consolidation, continuation. And right here on the RSI, you can see the same thing. And right here on the MACD, it hovers right there parallel with it right there as well. So that's how that works. Just to give you a little bit of insight right there on some of the indicators and how they correlate with the price chart. Just some of the basics. And if you want more, you can always ask. Here, this is Ondas. Let me give you a couple quick patterns here. Right over here. Here's your head. Again, left and then right, and there's your neckline. Bang, it drops down. Let's do some more real quick before we go to the fundamentals. Again, if you're wondering about my time is on 1 day, and if you zoom in, zoom out, you'll be able to see a whole lot more, depending on and you can also adjust your time to see how the time changes the chart patterns, and then compare them. That's sometimes helpful as well. But here we go. Yeah. Oh, here, this ought to be interesting. Bring this up right here and then over right here. Now, what do we see right here? Here's your head, here's your left, here's your right, and then there's your neckline to bring it down. And then down here, we kind of have the same thing. If you look right here, here it is down here. Here's your left, here's your right, and there's your neck right there. Yeah. And then right over here, let's see, bring this down. Yeah, so those are some chart patterns for you with Ondas. If you want more of these, feel free to reach out, but let's go over here and do some fundamentals quickly with Ondas. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Again, let's see, what are your thoughts on med? Okay, cool. We'll look it up right there. 1 second. Give me one, Anthony. I got your message. Give me 1 moment. I'll break it down for you here. After I'm done with Ondas, I'll get to you. Okay. So here's Ondas. Again, generally, a lot of times I got asked, how does the volume and the price correlate? When there's more price action, there's usually more trade volume. But when there's less price action, there's usually less trade volume. So that's one of the things. And volume right now is at 11.46 million. Market cap is at 4.48 billion. Going here to earnings, and let's see, right here, quarterly, again, Q4, again, if you're watching from home, this is on TradingView. And Anthony, 1 second. The blue line is what was actually recorded, and the gray line is actually what was predicted. So here for Ondas, quarterly, they really missed it because they got a lot more negative than they were supposed to. Q3 actually less negative than was predicted, so it beat their earnings. And Q2, actually they equaled the earnings expectations. But annually, which is generally what you're looking for, 2025 for the year annually, they missed the earnings because they were much more negative than they were supposed to be. Same with 2024 and same with 2023. Now, how does this correlate with the revenue, the profit, and the income? Well, if all 3 years had worse than expected earnings, so here, annually, 2025, again, worse than expected earnings. Yeah, revenue and profit were good, but net income and operating income were both negative. 2024, revenue and profit were both negative, but operating income and net income were both good. Now, this is interesting. 2023 had they missed their earnings expectations as well, but 2023 had good revenue, profit, and income all the way down. So again, always look at all the information you have at your hands and keep searching. So that's Ondas. And for the person that asked, hopefully that information was a little bit helpful. If you want more in-depth analysis or something, feel free to ask. And if you want this indicator that has a lot more of the bearish and bullish signals and factors, including volume-weighted average price and multi-time frame alignment, etc., feel free to ask me. Okay, that's Ondas. And Anthony, you asked me about Medline. Let's take a look at it right here. Dun, dun, dun. It is, yeah, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Just a quick update here. Medline engages in the provision of medical, surgical products and supply chain solutions. It operates through the Medline brand supply chain solutions segments. The Medline brand segment is involved in procurement and manufacture of products from surgical solutions, frontline care, etc. Okay, so here we go. For example, Anthony, what I can do is I can show you this here on TradingView, and if you want more further insights, just feel free to send me a message. Because on this channel, it's an educational channel, and I'd be glad to show you my insights, but I can only share you the information because of the way that algorithm works. It'll ding me if I talk about recommendations or suggestions, stuff like that. So that's what I can do. So here we go. Here's a little bit about Medline, and obviously, dun, dun, dun. Again, just to break this down a little bit for you, right here, RSI is sitting here at 50. Which is super neutral right now, and as you can see, that's also reflected in the price chart right here. Hasn't been varying too much. You can see right here, it's almost like it's consolidating right there in the price chart. And let's see if I can get you a couple other chart patterns. There's a consolidation pattern, and then if I move this, how does this look right here? Yeah, right there. For example, if you see right here, here's where these two bottoms come down. There's your double bottom, and then here where they meet in the middle, that's your neckline. So your double bottom pushes this one up like that. That's just a very small chart pattern, but it's just one that I can show you real quick. Again, let's see, but there's that. Now let's take a look right over here. Volume right now, again, it's very neutral, so there's not a whole lot of price action, and the volume right now isn't very high. 589,000, market cap at 58.17 billion. And again, right here, for example, Q4 missed the earnings expectations. Let's see, annually right here, 2025 actually beat the earnings expectations for 2025. Now, if we go here to 2025, looking at the revenue, profit, income, it was good except for, 2025 had negative net income, and 2024, the revenue, profit, income was good all the way down. The same thing with 2023. So, I know you probably want more insights than that, Anthony. If you want, feel free to send me a message and we can talk more in depth about it. But that's some of the things that I can share with you right now on this algorithm. Otherwise, it'll kind of ding me if I talk too much more about insights and suggestions and stuff. But there's that. If you have other questions, other tickers, feel free to ask too. Elijah, hello. Timongus, hello. For those of you just jumping in and you wonder what this is an educational channel. We're talking about U.S. news, headlines, and then we're breaking down some of the companies on TradingView and looking at some of their earnings and revenues and stuff like that. This is not a sales channel. We're not trying to sell you anything, but we're just trying to build a strong community of like-minded people that are interested in some of the same things. Let's see, Suzanne 802, hello, and greetings and welcome to the educational channel where we talk about everything U.S. headlines. If you have a question about a headline, or if you would want me to look at a company on TradingView, feel free to put the ticker symbol in the comments. Yes. And okay, there's that. Now let's take a look at one here. Blue Owl. This is an interesting one. Why is this interesting? Because Blue Owl is a credit firm that's feeling strain from the market's recent downturn, prompting some investors to pull back from these investments. And Blue Owl started to limit withdrawals from their two funds after the historic redemption request. So there's that. I would share this news headline with you, and prompting some investors to pull back from these investments due to worries about valuations and lending standards. and they're actually limiting the withdrawals on this. Greetings, welcome, welcome. And so let's take a look here at Blue Owl right here. Blue Owl right here. Blue Owl Capital. Okay, here's Blue Owl Capital, and they're in the news because they're limiting withdrawals right now. Thank you very much. Again, if you are enjoying what you're seeing, if this is benefiting you in any way, feel free to give a like, a comment, or share. It does help the algorithm. And let's go here. Okay, Blue Owl, again, operates as an alternative asset management firm, provides investors access to asset management capital solutions from its direct lending and capital solutions products. And as you can see right now, they're not having a very good a very good day. Actually, yeah, look at this. RSI went from boom all the way down here, very oversold. It's sitting here at 30 right now. And let me give you an update here on Blue Owl. Yeah, they just had a very small rebound, but they're still market correcting again today. Now, I want to show you this. Look at all this. Look at all this trading right now. That's also because they're in the headlines for all the wrong reasons, and that's Blue Owl. And if we look at them, for example, let's go right over here. Blue Owl. Now, let me pull out some chart patterns here for you. If we go like this, so here's one for you. Again, I don't make these names, but I just show you how to use them. Here's the reverse head. Left and the right, there's the neckline, and then bang, there's your the reverse head and shoulder pushes the chart pattern upward. And then if we do this right here, let's go right over here again, looking at Blue Owl right here. If we do right here, okay, here's your let's see, here's your head again, left, right, and that puts it down. And then right over here, let's see, yeah, anyway, that's Blue Owl. I just wanted to show you a little bit about them because they're in the headlines. If you want more information about them, feel free to ask, but let's go over here and take a look right now at some of the fundamentals. Volume right now is at 4.74 million. Market cap is at 13.32 billion. And let's go here to the earnings side of it. Quarterly, again, Blue Owl Capital, Q4 beat their earnings expectations. Q3 equaled it. Q2 also equaled it. That was only the quarter though. Annually, 2025, 2024, and 2023. Let's see, to summarize, 2023 equaled it, 2025 beat it, 2024 just barely missed it for the year, okay? So having said that, let's take a look at how that racks up for the profit and earnings. 2025 beat it, 2024 missed it, 2023 equaled it. So right here, interestingly, 2025 beat it, and they had very bad net income and bad operating income, but they did have good revenue and profit. Now 2024 missed the earnings expectations, and they did have very good revenue, profit, and income all the way down, as you can see if I move my head. I know my big head is in the way, sorry about that. But yeah, and then 2023, again, it just equaled their earnings expectations, but 2023, yes, green all the way down for revenue, profit, and income. And that's why I say always look at all the information you have. Just because you might have a good earnings doesn't mean you're going to have good revenue or good profit or income. So that's Blue Owl. Another one that we'll take a look at right here, for example, let's take a where is it? Yeah, oil is always in the headlines right now. Oil swings with a focus on push for an Iran truce and Trump deadline. That's the newest headline right there. For anyone who's interested in oil or energy, feel free to put a comment and let me know if you have a ticker symbol that you want me to look at. But yeah, that's, for example, yeah, oil switched from being gains to losses as traders weighed a reported push for ceasefire in the Middle East against The fresh ultimatum from Mr. T to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Yes. Got it. Let's see. Sevi, I got your message. For example, let's see. Do you have a company in mind that makes fiber optic cables? A publicly traded company that makes fiber optic cables? Let's do it that way. Yeah. Okay. So taking a look here, oil. Let's take a look at one of the big ones, which could be. Let's do Exxon. And if you have a oil or energy company that you want me to look at, feel free to put it in the comments. But let's Exxon right now, as you can see, yeah, they actually just market corrected right here. You can see that, and right now, yeah, they were overbought at 77 right there, and now they're looking at 53. Very, very neutral. And you can see that also reflected here in the MACD. Now let's go over here to the charts. Look right here. Right now at the moment there's right now there's very little volume. Let's go over here. You can see how when there is more price action, you do have more volume generally. And here we go. Let's look right here. Also, here's a chart pattern for you. Looking at Exxon right here. Here's your double bottom right there, and then here is your neckline and neckline breakout right there. Okay, and as we go this way, same thing here. You see here's your double bottom, here's your neckline, and then neckline breakout going up. Okay, and XAUUSD. Yeah, good comment. There is always risk with that. With every reward, there's going to be risk. But it's by Bitcoin, put it into the nature wallet. Oh yeah, XAUUSD. Actually, we'll take a look at Bitcoin next. Let's see. Let's do that. Yeah, I noticed it was actually rebounding, I think, today. Yes, we'll take a look at that one next. So hang with me, XAUUSD. I'll look at Bitcoin in just a moment, okay? But yeah, here we go. Let's see. Okay, again, if you're wondering what you just walked into, this is everything U.S. headlines and U.S. news, and we're breaking down some of the companies in the news on TradingView. If you're wondering what software this is TradingView. And right now we're looking at Exxon because they're really big in the news right now. And so that's a double bottom right now. You can see how the chart goes up. Let's go right over here. I'll show you a couple other chart patterns before moving on to the fundamentals. And yeah, right here, let me show you this. Here, here's kind of your reverse. Here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder, and then bang, it goes up. That's your reverse head and shoulders. Again, I don't make the names. I just oh, here's the other way too. So here's your head, here's your left shoulder, your right shoulder, bang. And again, that's a little bit about Exxon, because of the oil and gas situation right now. Right now, again, you'll see the volume today. Again, the market is correcting right there, and you can see it correcting here on the RSI 52. Volume-wise, it's at 3.21 million. Market cap is at 669 billion. Let's go here to some of the earnings side of it. Let's see, and you can. You can't do that. Okay. XAUUSD, got it. The whole point is I'm forcing myself. Yeah, I know what you mean. Point taken. Yeah. All right. Okay. Thanks for sharing your thoughts there. Okay, looking here at Exxon, for the earnings side of it, for those of you who are interested in the energy. Oil quarterly, Q4 beat it, Q3 beat it, in Q2. So Exxon for the last 3 quarters beat their expectations quarterly. Now, if we go over here to the annual side, 2025, annually though, Exxon missed it. They missed their earnings expectations. You can see right there, the blue bar is just slightly lower than the gray bar. 2024 beat their expectations for the year. 2023 also beat their expectations for the year. Now, let's see. This is just, for example, something I have here on my desk to remind me that there's it goes up, and then it reminds me that it also goes down. So I have both of these just as a reminder that, yes, it goes up and it goes down. That's all. But here we go. Let's look here. So 2025 missed it. 2023 and 2024 beat it though. So right here, going over here, interestingly, again, just because they beat their earnings doesn't mean they're going to have profits and revenue. 2023 and 2024 had good earnings, but gosh, 2023 and 2024 were red, were negative all the way down, except even 2025, as you can see, it was all red, all negative, all the way down, except for the total revenue of 2024. Yeah, it was not a good 3 years for revenue, for Exxon, for revenue and profit and income, that's for sure. Another one we can look at, since we're talking about oil and gas, let's do this one. I've got one here for you. Let's do this in my notes. For example, this was, if you look at Magnolia Oil and Gas, MGY, for example, let's go back here. MGY, here's one. You might be interested in this. MGY, Magnolia Oil and Gas, right here. Just a little update about them. Magnolia Oil and Gas engages in the acquisition, development, exploration, and production of oil and natural gas properties. It operates assets located in the Eagle Ford Shale in Austin, in South Texas. Yeah, so here's this. But why did I bring this up again? Because it's up, where is it? I had it here. Yeah, it's up 46% in the last 3 months. That's Magnolia. And look right here at this price chart. That's why I bring it to your attention. Last 3 months, it is, yeah. But as you can see, it just recently market corrected right here. Here's your market correction. And also you can see on the RSI, it corrected right here as well. Okay, so there's that. Right, it was way overbought at 85, and now it corrected down to 54. And if we go over here, let's see. I'll give you some chart patterns as well on this one. Okay, here we go. Oh, here's your, if we zoom out and spread this down, again, here's your reverse, and then left and right, and there's your neckline to make it go up. So there's that. And then right over here, here we go. Here's your head, left, and then here's your right, kind of a diagonal neckline, and it goes down. Again, this is Magnolia Oil and Gas. Just to give you a couple of chart patterns on this, here's your double top, here's your neckline for the double top, and then right here, there's your double top forcing it down. Again, remember the double top pushes the pattern down, and then over here, here we go. Yeah, again, that's Magnolia Oil and Gas, just showing this to you, bring it to your attention, because look at this price chart over the last 3 months. And right now the volume is sitting there at 159,000. Market cap is at 5.79 billion. And then right here, quarterly, Q4 beat the expectations, and Q3 missed it, and Q2 beat it. Annually right here, 2025, 2024. 2025 for the year for Magnolia beat the expectations. 2024 missed it, and 2023 missed it also. And let's go here to see how that correlates with the profits, earnings, and income. Interestingly, even when it had a good year, Magnolia's profits, earnings, and incomes were terrible. They were red and in the negative. The only thing that was good was 2024. They had good total revenue, but that's it. Now, having said that, let's take a look here at Nike. Why? Because Nike, just to switch gears going into retail, is one of the most oversold stocks on Wall Street after a wild week. He's obviously not good. He's probably serious. Okay, I'm not AXA TV. I'm not really familiar. Sure enough, all these. I'm not really familiar with this. Rich Nature Trip. Hello, hello. Anyway, so here's Nike, very oversold stock. Let's take a look at them right here. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Got it. Okay, no worries. All right, here we go. Taking a look at Nike right now because it's super oversold. And indeed it is. It's down here at 19 right here. There's your RSI at 19, and you can see right here there's the drop right there. For example, even there, oh wow, there's a big market correction there. Actually, interesting. Even here in the MACD right here. But right here, let's go here to the price chart. A big market correction there. Lots of trading volume on last week, Thursday and Friday. Let's see, Ted, greetings, welcome. John, hello. And if any of you want more insights on different indicators or different bearish and bullish signals, there's also this. I could where is it? Right here. I can share this with you as well if you want. This has a lot more trend analysis, a lot more bearish and bullish factors, multi-time frame alignment, etc. If you're interested in this indicator, let me know. That's also available. Has volume weighted average price as well. But if you want, feel free to reach out. Looking at Nike here, let's go right over here. Let's see if we zoom this in, zoom this out, and interesting. Right over here. Let me give you some chart patterns that, here we go. For example, again, if you can zoom in, zoom out of this, and okay, right here, here's your head, left and right, neckline, and then down. There's that one. And then if we go right over here, the same, here we go. Here's your head, left, right, and there's your neckline there. Again, just some quick chart patterns for you if it's of interest to you. If not, I understand. But sometimes I think these things are really interesting. For example, also here, if you zoom out of this, you can see where right here, here's your reverse, here's your left, here's your right neckline. It goes up right there. Got it. Okay. And then right over here. Okay, right now, volume-wise, let's go into some of the fundamentals. Volume-wise, it's at 7.03 million. Market cap is at 65.42 billion. Right here, looking at Nike, let's look at their earnings side. Earnings-wise, quarterly, Q2, Q1, Q4 beat the expectations. Again, that's quarterly. If you look at the annual side here, annually, 2024, 2023, and 2022. Actually, for the last 2 years, Nike beat their earnings expectations. They missed it in 2022, but so let's see how that correlates with the earnings, the profits, revenue, and income as well. So 2024 was actually, it was terrible. Revenue, profit, income were all red and in the negative. And if you look right here, 2024 beat their earnings expectations. So Willie, greetings and hello. So even though they had good earnings, their revenue, profit, and income was terrible. Same with 2023. Look at 2023 for Nike. They had good earnings, but their again, their revenue. 2023 had good earnings this time, and the revenue, profit, income was good. 2022, however, net income, operating income was also negative. Yeah, so that's interesting. And right now, we're looking at Nike because it's one of the most oversold stocks as well. It's, for example, if you look here on CNBC, there's the title for you. Again, we already looked at Tesla. We already looked at Blue Owl. Again, another one that we already looked at was Exxon and some of the oil companies. If you have an oil or energy company, feel free to ask about it. We'll get into Oracle here also. Why? Because Oracle here just fired up to 30,000 workers via an email after a 95% profit surge. So the tech companies are cutting back almost 1,000 jobs a day. So let's go here to Oracle. Here we go. Oracle right here. Yeah. If we look at Oracle, Okay. So here is Oracle. Right now, if you're looking at Oracle, the RSI is right here at 45. Very, very neutral. And right now, Oracle, as you can see, does not have a very good chart pattern. Bang, it's going all the way down here. And right now, it's, let me push this up, for example, sitting here at 144.3. And look at the volume right now. Volume is way down because there's also very little price action. You see, with little price action, you have very little volume. Actually, the volume, yeah, let's go right over here. Here. Okay. Oh, here we go. Let me zoom out of this a little bit and let me see what opens up right here. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, here is the reverse head. Here's your left shoulder, the right shoulder. There's your neckline. Bang, right there. Again, zoom in and zoom out of these a little bit. You'll see different things. Right over here. Here again. Zoom out and here's your reverse head, left, right, neckline, bang, it jumps up. And right here, dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yes, here's another good one. Like this. Here's your double bottom. Here you can see they both come down to the same point. Here's your double bottom neckline, and then bang, it goes up right there. So there's another chart pattern for you, double bottom. If you're enjoying the chart patterns, or if you're curious about them, feel free to let me know. If there's other ones you want to see, also feel free to ask. That's what this is for. This is an educational channel, not a sales channel. We can all breathe and relax. But there are many other chart patterns. If you have questions, just ask. Let's go over here to the fundamentals. Now we're looking at Oracle because Oracle's in the news for laying off lots and lots of people for AI. And again, look at, there's not much, let's see. Yeah, no problem. I got you, XAUUSD. Thanks for sharing the thoughts. Rich next year trip, no problem. Yeah, I'm glad that you can understand. I'm glad that you're getting benefit. If you're getting benefit out of it, feel free to give it a like, a comment, a share. I'm not the algorithm engineer, but I've heard it does help the channel. And if you like the channel and you want to help, that's one way to do it. Also, if you want further information on any trend analysis or any of the bullish or bearish signals, I also have a indicator here that might be helpful. You can look at it, you can learn from it. It's got multi-time frame alignment. It also has the volume weighted average price. And again, if you're looking for something to learn from and just check it out and see how it can work for you, maybe it would be helpful. always just free to reach out and ask for it. Send me a message, send me an email, whichever is easiest for you. And let's keep going here. Glad you guys are enjoying the channel. And again, if you're wondering what you walked into, again, my name is James. I'm from the US, from the Midwest, and this is an educational channel. Again, we're here to basically give you the news and the headlines, and then just show some of the basic things here on TradingView. And there's also more advanced things we can show you if you want. If you reach out and ask for it, it's available. But looking at Oracle right now, volume is at 2.89 million, market cap is at 421 billion, and then right here, let's see, quarterly. Looking at the quarter, and I'm sorry if my big head is always in the way. Someone says that they can't see the screen very much. So right here, quarterly, Q3, Q2, and Q1. Actually, Q3 and Q2 beat the expectations. Q1 missed it. Annually, right here, 2024. For the year, beat it. Again, why do you care about the earnings? Because the earnings is one of the things that you can use to look at the company and see how strong or how vital, how much vitality it has, and if it's doing what the market thinks it should, or if it's underperforming or overperforming. That's why you have the reported earnings and the earnings that were expected. So 2024 for the year, it beat the expectations. 2023, it missed the expectations. 2022, it beat the expectations. How does that correlate over into revenue, profit, and income? Let's take a look. Remember, 2023 was a year that missed it. So here we go. Actually, 2023 missed their earnings expectations, but they still had good revenue, profit, and income all the way down. 2024, also the same thing. And actually, the last 3 years for Oracle, revenue, profit, income were all good except for the operating income for 2022. So there's that. That's Oracle, and we're looking at them because they just announced massive layoffs for AI. Now let's take a look here at. We already looked at Tesla because there's a big announcement from JP Morgan warning that Tesla stock may crash 60%. Again, that's on Yahoo. For example, I saw that article, and if you want more information about that, feel free to ask. Food is Coke. Educate your children. Food. Frisk Taffy. Food is Coke. I don't really understand the comment, but thank you for the comment anyway. Food is Coke. Okay. But yeah, there's that. There's Tesla. If you have another ticker symbol, feel free to put it in the comments. Let's take a look here at the next one, which is, we talked about how Amazon and United are already increasing some of their rates because of the ballooning energy prices with the fuel. So we talked Amazon, United. Let's take a look at them right now. Let's go here to United. Where is it? Right here. Here is United right here. United. Where's my United Airlines? Here we go. Right down here. All right, looking at United because they recently increased their fares for a check bag by $10 because of soaring fuel prices. Now looking right here, how are they doing? RSI is sitting here at 45, and again, very neutral. You'll see that reflected right here in the price chart. Very neutral right there. Yeah, let's look over here for some chart. Here's one. Jumps right out. Here's your reverse head. You can see a left shoulder and a right shoulder right here. There's your neckline. Bang, it goes up. And then right over here, where is it? You can see, again, here's your market correction, and then it double bottoms. There's your double bottom with your neckline right here. Bang, it goes up right there. And let's see. You can kind of see this, push this out. You see how right here, both of these come to the same point right here. Hold on, right here. Here's a point right there. And so again, the buyers push it up and they lose momentum, and they come down. They try it again, try to push it up, and they lose momentum, and then bang, the sellers take over. Okay, there's that. Now it's a double top right there. Let's see if I can give you just a couple more quick patterns. right away before here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, now push this down. Here's your, again, here's another pattern. If you zoom in, zoom out, you'll see these more. Right here, here's your reverse. Here's your right, here's your left. Bang, right there. Oh, here's one. Here's a nice one. You can see this right here pretty easily. Here's a nice, good, here's your head, left, right, there's your nice head and shoulders. Bang, it drops down right there. Good. So again, those are some chart patterns. If you enjoy the chart patterns, feel free to let me know. If you are getting benefit out of this, feel free to like, share. It does help the channel. And if you like it, that's one way you can help the channel. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so that's United, and they're in the news because they're increasing their fares along with JetBlue, and along with Amazon also increased some of their delivery fares. And you can see right here again, when there's less price action there, when there's less price action here, less trade volume here. Volume right now is at 1.78 million, market cap's at 29.82 billion. And right here, quarterly Q4, Q3, and Q2. Interestingly, all the last 3 quarters of United beat the earnings expectations, okay? And for those of you just joining, again, welcome. Educational channel for everything U.S. News, U.S. markets, and headlines. Annually, 2025, let's see right here. Boom, boom, boom. Beat the expectations, you can see right there. 2024 also beat the expectations, you can see my cursor. And so the last 3 years, to summarize the last 3 years for United, the last 3 years, their earnings did beat the expectations. Now let's see how that correlates right here with the revenue, profit, and income. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Last 3 years, yeah, interesting. It does correlate pretty well. You can see last 3 years, everything was green, positive all the way down, except for operating income in 2025. It's pretty interesting how that works out. Now, again, if you want, for example, if you want to learn from something, take more information, for example, there is an indicator I can share with you. If you want this, feel free to reach out. It has more bullish and bearish factors, includes the MACD, RSI, multi-time frame alignment. Also comes with the volume weighted average price. If you want this, feel free to reach out for it, more trend analysis, but there's that. And then going back here, enjoying the channel. Rich, Nature Trip, glad you're enjoying the channel. I appreciate it. Feel free to give a like, a comment, or a share. Thank you very much. And done. Here we go. That's United. Now, let's look at Amazon too, because Amazon's fuel charge is also surging as well. We talked about Ford and GM. Ford and GM's sales fell the first quarter in 2026. Let's look at Amazon here, okay? Bum, bum, bum. Here we go, Amazon. Here we go. Let's see. And yeah, analysts say that. Let's see. Grant, thanks for the likes. I appreciate that. Josh, thank you very much. Analysts say Amazon considered bidding for Global Star. A win could boost its space partnerships with tech firms like NVDA, potentially accelerating Amazon's space-related projects. Interesting about Amazon and Global Star. Let's look right here. For example, if you look at the RSI, very neutral. And if you look right here, again, look at the MACD indicator, you see how it's running parallel right there. And then also, it's almost like there's some consolidation right here. Not quite, but you see how that is very, very similar to the RSI right there. Again, just looking at those. Now, if you go over here, it's here we go. Adjust this a little bit. Now, how does this correlate? Basically, these two come to the same point right there. There's your double top, there's your neckline, double top, and then, yeah, you can see it breaks the neckline. There's a double top for you. That pushes it down, and then let's see right here. What else can we? Dun, dun, dun. Let's go over here. Dun, dun, dun. Got it. All right, here we go. Let's take a look. Here's some, I just want to give you a couple more chart patterns before we go on to the fundamentals right here. Yeah, right here. If you zoom out of this, you see here's your left, here's your right, here's your reverse head, there's your neckline, bang, it jumps up. And let's see if I can get you another one right over here. Yes, if you push, here's your head, here's your left, here's your right, there's your neckline, right there, bang, it goes down right here. And right over here. Yeah, that's enough for now. Yeah, if you want more analysis with Amazon, just feel free to ask, reach out. Let's keep going to the fundamentals right there. There's more chart patterns if you ask. Let's go right over here. Okay, again, looking at the chart, you see how there's not much price action. So again, the volume is much less. Volume-wise is at 6.4 million, and market cap is at 2.25 trillion. Go here to the fundamentals, the earnings, right here. Greetings, everyone. If you're wondering what you just walked into, this is not a sales channel. You can relax. This is the channel where we talk about everything U.S. headlines, U.S. news, and what's going on in the markets. And we even take a look at some of the companies in the news, and we look at them on TradingView. Okay, so if you're enjoying that, feel free to keep enjoying the show. Right now we're looking at Amazon, and quarterly, let's see, Q4 they missed it, Q3 they beat it, Q2. The earnings, we're looking at the earnings. So the blue box is actually what they recorded, the gray box is what they actually were expected to do. Again, who cares about earnings, right? Why is it important? Well, because it's one of the things that can tell you how strong it's one of the things that can tell you the strength of the company, how well it's doing, and also compared with how well it's supposed to be doing according to the market's expectations. So there's that. Now let's go right over here to the annual side of it right here. Earnings wise annually, 2025 beat the expectations, 2024 also beat it, 2023 also beat it as well. The last 3 years for Amazon beat the earnings expectations. So right here, let's see how that correlates over here to revenue, profit, and income. So 2023, 2024, and 2025 actually had very, very good revenue, profit, and income all the way down, as you can see right behind me there. Yeah. And so that's Amazon. Let's take another look here at another one that's in the news right now. Since JP Morgan came out and announced that there might be a warning for Tesla at dropping 60%, I thought we'd also take a look here at JP Morgan as well. So we look at Tesla, we looked at let's also look here at JP Morgan. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, JP Morgan, here we go. Now let's go back here to the chart. If we look here at the chart for JP Morgan, right here. Okay, so looking right here, the first thing I look at is the RSI, Relative Strength Index. You see it right here, sitting very neutrally at 51, 52. And then if we come right over here, yeah, let me give you some chart patterns. It's actually rebounding just a little bit, as you can see right here. Now bring this down over here. Here's some patterns for you as I bring this up. You'll be able to see here's your head right here, here's your left, here's your right, there's your neckline, and then bang, it goes down. Also, if we go right over here, here is your, again, this is looking at JP Morgan, some chart patterns for you. Here's your reverse, here's your left, and then over here, there's your neckline going up just like that. And as I come right over here, here's a nice one. This jumps out pretty easily. Here's your head, left, right, bang, right there. The same thing in reverse down here. Here's your reverse. Yes, like that. Very good. Now, let's go over here to the fundamental side of it. How's it doing fundamentally? Dun, dun, dun. Let's come right over here. And Indurka, greetings and good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Right now, again, looking at JP Morgan because they announced that big thing about Tesla. Thought it was only fair that we look at them too. Here we go. Yeah, not much price action. The trade volume is down. Volume is at 1.3 million, and then market cap is at 794 billion. And if we go here to the earnings side of it, right here, quarterly for JP Morgan, Q4 missed expectations, Q3 beat it, Q2 also beat it. Go here at annually though, annual earnings, did they beat it, did they miss it? 2025 just barely missed it. So 2025 as the year missed it. 2024 missed it. 2023. So the last 3 years for JP Morgan actually missed all their earnings expectations. Interesting, right? So here, let's go. How do the earnings correlate? Let's see. How do the earnings correlate with the profits and revenue? So let's take a look here. There's that. Let me look right here. Let's see. I might place a long. Greetings, Tycoon 2867. Welcome, welcome. Right here. Hold on a second, right here. Okay, yeah. So that's JP Morgan. Now let's take another look. For example, another one that's in the headlines that we should take a look at is gold and silver. For example, right now, gold is pairing some losses after a report on talks about a ceasefire. So, how is gold doing right now? Yes, gold right now is actually at 4676. Very small changes right now. Silver is at 72.48. If there's any gold or silver bugs on here, feel free to say hello. Let's see, I might place a long on it later. Indurka, place a long on what later? Let me know. Indurka, and yeah, for example, Tycoon 2867, this is everything US markets and US headlines. If you have a question about a US ticker symbol, just feel free to put it in the comments. We'll look at it here on TradingView. Right now I'm going to do one for the metals right now, because we'll look at the miners. As you know, the price of oil has gone up, so the value of the dollar has gone up. So one of the reasons why the metals have gone down, and some of the miners have corrected too. Oh, okay, got it. Thanks, Indurka. I appreciate the comment. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, let's take a look here. One of the ones we'll look at is a Freeport McMoran, because they are a big metals, a big mining company as well. In case you're unaware, Freeport McMoran engages in the mining of copper, gold, and molybdenum, and it operates through North America, South America, Indonesia, etc. Let's take a look at them right here. Just to show, here we go. Let's see, let me erase this. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This is Freeport McMoran right now. It's sitting here. RSI is actually rebounded to 54. As you can see, it was recently down here, oversold almost at 30. And you can see in the price chart as well. Right now it is rebounding, okay? Yeah, let's see. Tycoon, let me know if you have a ticker symbol you'd like me to look up. I know you, that's what we generally do. It's looking like an enter. Got it, Indurka. Yes. Here we are. If you're wondering what you walked into, this is the educational channel where we talk about everything U.S. headlines and U.S. markets. Right now we're looking up at Freeport-McMoRan because it's one of the bigger mining companies, and it's also affected by what's going on in the Middle East with the oil, and the oil being tied to the petrodollar. Again, here this is looking to be, if you zoom this up and zoom this out, you see this right here, that, and then let's go right over here. Freeport-McMoRan right here is a very small double bottom. Here's your neckline, bang, goes up right there. And let's see, again, zoom in, zoom out. You can also change your time if you want. You'll see different chart patterns that way. Let's see, thank you very much for the likes. If you are enjoying the channel, if you are getting benefit, feel free to give a like. It does help the algorithm, so I'm told. Right here, okay, here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder. Here's your neckline. Again, bang, goes down right there. And coming right over here, dun, dun, dun. Oh, here's your, right here, double bottom right there. And here's your double bottom neckline right there, going up. And then right over here. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Here's a nice one. Left shoulder, right shoulder, bang, right there. Let's see. Michael Chasen. Let's see. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Oh, CF Industries. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, let's do that right now, actually. CF Industries. Okay. And again, for those of you who are on here and you want some more information, curious to learn more, there is also this option available. If you want more information about some of the indicators and more bearish and bullish signals, there's an indicator here, talks about more of the MACD to RSI, also multi-time frame alignments, and it includes the volume weighted average price, some more trend analysis with different stop loss information. If you want that, and that's available, just let me know. I can give that to you. Michael Chasen, CF Industry, right here. Let's do it. For those of you unaware, CF Industry engages in the manufacture and distribution of nitrogen fertilizer. The firm owns and operates the nitrogen plants and serves agricultural and industrial customers through distribution system. It operates, there we go, that's CF. Now, looking at CF, as you can see right here, RSI is right there at 61. And actually, I need some, okay, Indurka, if you need some of that, just send me a message. My information is right behind me. Hopefully that's helpful. Michael Chasen, I'll be on here at the same time tomorrow. If you're here in my live stream tomorrow, I'll finish up the analysis of CF Industry. I'm jumping off right now, but yeah, for those of you who want further information or further indicators, just send me a message. There's my WhatsApp, or you can get my email. And thank you all very much. I'll be here tomorrow morning. Okay, good. See you. Thank you.